Yo YouTube, Cabelancans here, and today I'm here with another video. I do think that a lot of you guys that are watching might tune in for the first time, so hello. But if you haven't seen my previous video yet, this is me using the team that I built in the team builder, so you can go ahead and watch it if you want to. I hope my info card works right now. Yeah, so this is a battle of me using the team versus a really cool guy named Harry Toenail, and I do hope that this guy is watching my video right now, because if you're here, if you hear me right now, Harry, I really want another battle with you. I want a rematch because this match was one of the best matches I have had in a long time. So, without further ado, I will go ahead and get into the battle. So, there was a match for the PSPL, a league that I was in, and I had to face Harry Toenail in a UU match. So, looking at this, I was pretty afraid of this Salamence right here, because I might have Mega Blastoise that can tank a hit and kill with Ice Beam. I might have Tornadus that outspeeds a non-boosted, non-scarfed Salamence, but I'm still just afraid of it, just because if he sets up a Dragon Dance, and if he has like Dragon Claw, Fire Blast, Dragon Claw, Iron Tail, Dragon Claw, I can get smashed if I let my team get whittled. I also have a really big hatred versus Whimsicott, but I do know that I can outspeed with this Blastoise. I do think that this is the team where I didn't have as much speed on my Blastoise, so I don't think I had speed in this match, but I'm not sure. I'm seeing this Crawdaunt, and Crawdaunt can nuke my team if if he lets my team get whittled, because Mega Blastoise is a pretty good stop. But besides him, he dies. He dies, and he dies. So I'm extremely afraid. But looking at my matchup, I do think my Krookodile has a decent matchup, because it can nuke or just kill some certain mons on my opponent's squad, and I can force a lot of switches with it. I do think Tornadus is pretty useful, although that Mamoswine can be pretty annoying, and Mega Blastoise is pretty much my MVP. Yeah, I can kill a Cobalion with an Aerosphere, as well as Crawdon right here, and Mamoswine. I can also kill you with a Scald, I can kill you with like 2 Scalds, and I can kill you with 2 Ice Beams, and I can kill you with 1 Ice Beam. So it's gonna be a straight power, no stall match, and I love it. So let's get into it. I lead with my Escavalier, the Blade, because I thought he was going to lead Cobalion. Being able to take close combats for days is pretty nice, and I didn't want to get taunted with my Shuckle if it is a taunt Cobalion, which I've been seeing, or I had been seeing a bit more in that period of time, so I went ahead and led with it. But unfortunately he leads with Crawdaunt, so I have to make a aggressive play, I feel like. I'm predicting him to like Sword Dance up. I want to go ahead and click Sacred Sword, but looking back, it's not that safe of a play, because like Salamence can come in and Dragon Dance for free, and knockoff would have done a lot anyway. So I have to pretty much switch, or I have to get wrecked. So I went ahead and went into my Shuckle, because I know Shuckle can take at least 1 hit, and get up sticky webs, but he made a really nice play and he went into Cobalion. So I feared the taunt right here, but I thought why not go ahead and go for sticky webs. But unfortunately he does get the flinch and I was shitting myself right here. But I had no reason not to go for sticky webs again. But unfortunately he doesn't get the flinch this time, but fortunately for me of course. And I go ahead and click Stealth Rocks right now, and he can kill me because I'm not in cast up range. If I was in cast up range, I was in cast up range the turn before, so yeah, I didn't want him risking, or I didn't want to risk him running the rare Thunder Wave, so I just went ahead and let my Shuckle die. He didn't have Rapid Spinner, so I didn't think Salamence had Defog, so I thought my hazards were there to stay, so it's pretty nice to go down right here. And at this moment I thought, well, I outspeed Cobalion and I can nuke it with a Heat Wave as he switches in his Doublade. And I don't get this blade right here because, as you can see, his Doublade drops to a Heat Wave. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said in the team builder, a lot of people think that Tornadus doesn't get the or Heat Wave, sorry, or just forget about it. But I had no reason to not click Heat Wave if I had it. I do get the fact that he might thought that I only had Hurricane, but in that case it would have been a great play. But unfortunately for him, I do have the Heat Wave and I can kill the blade, which is pretty nice. So he's able to go into Mamoswine right here, and here comes a, I don't think it's a misplay on my part. I feel like I predicted wrong. I think Harry made a good prediction, I hope, because otherwise I got power played. Because I felt like it's pretty obvious that he is going to go for the Ice Shard, because I'm pretty low right now, I'm just above 50. So an Ice Shard will pick me off. So it's pretty safe for him to assume that I would switch into the Blade, because of the fact that I can have my Tornadus in the back that can outspeed a Salamence, or that can take a Grass type move from missing Whimsicott. So that I needed my Tornadus alive. So I thought he was going to get make a power play and go for Earthquake right here to predict my Doublade and pretty much nuke it. So I went ahead and stayed in, but unfortunately he did go for the Ice Shard, and at this time I was really afraid, because I thought I lost the match right there, because I really thought that I needed that Tornadus to win. But I went ahead and just got my head back into the game, and I went into Mega Blastoise because I can get a free Mega off, so I can get my bulk. And if he stays in, I kill it. If he switches into Whimsicott, I get chip damage on it at least, so that's pretty nice. He goes into Salamence, which is really good, but as you can see, he was in with Mamoswine, and I can kill Mamoswine with a lot of moves. And I know this guy is not Scarfed. He's not Scarf Mamo. So it's safe for me to assume that he would go into Whimsicott to slurp up that Scald. But instead of going to Whimsicott, he went into Salamence. But I went for the Ice Beam anyways, and I pick off Salamence. And I'm so happy at this point, because I know that a lot of offensive momentum or offensive prowess is in my possession right here, which is so nice. But he brings in the Whimsicott right here, and like I said, he's at this point not faster than me because I'm pretty fast, as you might have seen in the team builder. But I did predict him to predict me to switch out or something like that, because a lot of the times Whimsicott outspeeds and kills me with a Giga Drain, and I could have just went ahead and went for the Ice Beam, put him in range for the Blade to kill him with a Shadow Sneak. So I did predict him to predict me to switch out into like the Blade and go into Crawdon for itself because of the powerful knockoff, and so I went for Arsphere. But he didn't go for the switch, and I just go for Ice Beam this turn, I do believe, because come on, I need to get damage on this. But no, oh wait, I do not go for Ice Beam because I know it's pretty important for me to keep that Mega Blastoise alive, because Mega Blastoise kills all of his remaining mons. So I need to keep it alive. And I know that Sylveon is not that important right now, and Sylveon pretty much can only beat this guy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I didn't want to go directly in Sylveon because Sylveon is not that bulky of a variant, and the Blade, likewise with Sylveon, is not needed to win. So I can pretty much pivot with the Blade and let him whittle me down or let him switch or something like that, so I can go into Sylveon later and pretty much nuke something. But instead of that, he just went for the Arcor, and I have a pretty nice answer to Whimsicott out here. But of course he is pretty much forced into a move, and that move is Moonblast. He needed to get chip damage on me so that Crawdon can kill with knockoff. So that's why he went for Moonblast. And I should have thought of that, I've got to be honest, because he saw that Whimsicott doesn't outspeed Mega Blastoise, so I should have, in hindsight, stayed in with the Blade and went for the Swords Dance. Or wait, no, I should have went for the Iron Head to get damage if he stayed in. But instead of that, I get my Sylveon pretty damn low. But like I said, Sylveon is not needed for this match to win, so I'm just predicting him to go into like Cobalion or into Mamoswine or something like that, predicting me to switch back into Escavalier, or wait, why do I keep calling this thing Escavalier? Into the Blade again. But that doesn't make sense at all, because he had no reason to. Whimsicott is not needed at this point. So it's pretty dumb play at my part. I was pretty much choking the game away. And I even went for Calm Mind, so he could encore me into that, which is so stupid. But I saw this as a opportunity to just switch into my Doublade, because I thought, well, it's so obvious that I'm Encore weak right now, and I'm pretty much getting a safe switch into my Doublade, because of the fact that if he clicks that Calm Mind, or if he clicks that Encore and forces me into Calm Mind, Mamoswine can come in and nuke it, and it forces in Mega Blastoise again. And forcing in Mega Blastoise is forcing chip damage on it, which is pretty nice. So I predicted him to do that, so I just went into the Blade, and this time I do stay in, and I just click that powerful Iron Head, and I take out that Whimsicott. But unfortunately, I did lower my Sylveon that I didn't need, and I did lower my the blade to the point that Crawdon can come in and just go for the knockoff and kill me. So pretty much bad plays on my part, but I do think that I have a good shot at winning right now, because I know after the rocks I do live an Aqua Jet. I do live an Aqua Jet, I'm pretty sure. And if he wants to go into Cobalion, I kill it with an Aura Sphere. If he wants to go into Mamoswine, I kill it with an Aura Sphere. And if he wants to stay in, I can kill it with an Aura Sphere. So I'm just killing Aura Sphere right here, and he doubles into Cobalion, and finally I get the offensive momentum back, killing it with Aura Sphere. And it's pretty much good game at this point, because I know he's thinking that he's gonna kill with an Ice Shard or with an Aqua Jet, but I know it's not going to. So he can go into Mamoswine if he wants to, but I know I'm living this because Mega Blastoise is so bulky, and like it says right here, I live this, and I can just go for the Aura Sphere and kill this as well. And at this point I win the game. But it is kind of a 50-50 if he gets a crit, because he can pick my Mega Blastoise off right here, and I can go into Crocodile, lower its defense, its attack with Intimidate, and after an Intimidate he doesn't kill me with an Aqua Jet. And if he gets a crit on like Crocodile and it does kill, I pretty much have a 50-50% chance to break out of that paralysis with Sylveon and kill it. But it's a really unfortunate situation if it happens right here. So I've gotta hope that he's not going to crit. And knowing me, he will... I don't want to say I have bad luck, but in these kind of situations I do tend to get bad luck. But this is the turn you've all been waiting for. Does this crit or doesn't? And like it says right here, it attacks, drops, and he goes for the Aqua Jet, and it doesn't crit me, and I do live, and I'm able to kill this Crawdon with a superpower, and I'm able to take the W. So I was so hyped winning this match, and I was so glad I beat it, because in PSPL you work in teams, so I got my team a win, which ended up giving us a point, which is pretty cool. And unfortunately we didn't go through to the top 16, so yeah, you know, it's bad at that part. But I'm so glad I was able to battle this legend called Harry Toenail. I do, like I said, want a rematch, so if you are watching, why not rematch? I will be glad. I will gladly accept the rematch. And if you enjoyed this video, why not leave a thumbs up? And it's pretty much a showcase of the teams that I made in the team builder. So for the guys that watch the team builder, this is how the team works. You set up rocks, you set up sticky web. You set up sticky webs. The first thing you have to do is set up sticky webs. You have to find the right time to set it up, and you can go ahead and leave the big work to the big guys called Crocodile and Mega Blastoise. Though that's pretty much the game. I'm sorry it's a replay and it's not live, but I wasn't able to record it live back then because it's like 3 weeks ago or like a month ago. But that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get out of here right now. So I will see you guys in the next video, and the next video is probably gonna be another episode of Teach TV, but I will see about that. So later, guys. Blastoise team with Sticky Web Sport. So when making a UU Sticky Web team, you want to keep some things in mind. First thing you want to keep in mind, of course, a rapid spinner for opposing Sticky Web. and a nuke you want to build a team around. You want to have a sticky web setter, you want to have a spin blocker,